Hi, Tony Bradshaw with AddSomeToYourIncome.com here to talk about what you need to do to make more money. I will talk about having a routine and establishing and following it so that you find yourself planned out to being someone who makes more money. It reminds me of a quote I just put on Facebook. Count your chickens before they hatch. Otherwise, you end up with a bunch of rotten eggs. That is something I came up with. All right, we'll talk about that. We're having a routine. We'll talk about having a mentor. We'll talk about taking action today, taking the steps that you need to do today to make it so that you'll be making more money. A routine. What is your daily routine? How are you spending your time? Will the things you're doing bring you more money? Are you producing things? I'm going to tell you right now that my routine really just got challenged. The fact that I'm making this video is almost a miracle because I was stuck in the things I need to do as a teacher. I sometimes call it the fastest treadmill, the treadmill on the fastest speed at the steepest slope to be a teacher. I'll get one thing done and I'll add 3 things to the to-do list. And that's how I was living right now. The clock says it's time for me to make one of my videos for my YouTube channel. I am Tony Bradshaw with AddSomeToYourIncome.com. I have scheduled a time and a day that I get in front of this camera and I talk to you. Well, I was busy. I have a pile of things to do. There's a reason I keep showing the white screen here. The rest of my room can be very busy. Guess what I did? Well, you know, because I'm right here. Guess what you need to be able to do? Have yourself a routine that you make it happen. Money flows like water. You may have heard of multiple streams of income. How to have it so that your life is seeing money coming out of royalties from the books you're selling, money from your online course, money from the workshop that you're running, money that you're doing something in person and you're being paid for that. How to have these multiple streams flowing to you from your investments, from the ways that you have connected with your network before that's coming back to you now. You wake up each day and you can check on the business account and see that it's growing with the returns on the things that you've done in the past. Well, in order to have the things in the past, you do that now. You have a routine now. When it's springtime, you plant the seeds. When it's summer, you water and you weed. When it's fall, you harvest and you sell. I'm going to move from the routine that you're having to having a mentor. While I was busily going about the space, and I am going to reveal to you that at times I try to multitask, I happen to have put on an online seminar from my mentor. So this just wrapped up a few minutes ago. Again, in my busyness and working on things, I had him there and I was doing some of the brainless things. I organize myself so that I have things that require brain and focus. I usually work on them in the morning hours. And then I have things that are brainless, and that's actually how I call it. My to-do list, just to finish talking about that, I then subdivide in what must be done, should be done, could be done. Sometimes I'll live an entire day working on the could be dones because those are often things I want to do. The next day I have to punch out the must do's, of course. At any rate, I was doing some brainless must be dones or could be dones while my mentor put on this seminar. Mind you, I was making comments, I was asking questions, so I was somewhat engaged. I wasn't doing something else on any other device. I was doing things in this physical space of the room. I'm kind of talking a little long about how I was distracted just to get to saying my mentor, he had 3 points he was making. He finally got to his 3rd point, which was ways to make more money as a speaker. he shared a couple of great ideas, such as when you call an organization and you're trying to track down the person who organizes the event, it's the event planner that usually hires a speaker. If you call someone and you don't get that person who is the event planner, and you get the boss instead, right? You're contacting the boss. When you have the conversation, I love this little tip. When you have the conversation, you say to the boss, so who is it that I talk to? And you find out who that is and how to get a hold of them. And then you say, is it okay if I say you asked me to speak with them? Or that you referred me to speak with them? I think that's how you word it. Yeah, and I'm practicing. I just learned this. That you referred me to speak with them. Once you get that, when you call this person up, hello, event planner, so-and-so happens to be the boss, but you don't say that part, right? So-and-so said I should talk with you about becoming the next MC or the next speaker or whatever it is that you're hoping to get at that event. Great little tip. Such a great way to get yourself in to that company. Because of course, the event planner, okay, this is coming from a reference with the boss's name. All right, this must be it. This is the person who's going to be able to be the speaker at our next event, right? So it's a little in. That was under his ways to make money. He also shared a little something I've heard him say before, which is never speak for free, but you might speak for an exchange. I love that. I love that because as you increase and as you find yourself with more coming in, it's not always about more money coming in. As you'll notice, I say add some to your income. The definition of income for me is income's the money. However, there's also other things that will flow to you as income. Multiple streams of income and a flow is going to require that you be in a low place, ready for those streams to flow into you. You prepare that basin. Be okay that you're picking out the spot, you're building a dam, and you're getting ready for that money to flow in. I remember the lake near us. It's actually right here. I can see it from one side of the school over here. The lake that's near us is man-made. There are two dams. There's the lower dam and the upper dam, and it holds back a lot of water. I mean, it's 2 miles wide by 3 miles long. It's a lot of water held on this lake, and it then irrigates down through the area. Well, the first year that this went in, and I believe the person's first name was Scott, but I know his last name was Lowell because it's called Lowell. Lake Lowell is the name. So Scott Lowell had this idea. They built the dam. They got the place ready. They put the water in, and the first year, it dried up. Dried up. They had just a dry basin. Now the next year, of course, it stayed, and now we have this huge lake. This just seems like such a permanent part of our area. In fact, it's been made into a bird water reserve for about half of it. One section is like no boats go over there, and it's a waterfowl reserve. So know that when you go to do things, when you follow the advice of your mentor, when you take the steps, you might see failure, but still do something today. This is getting to my third thing, and I'm going to step into it with a quote I've just pulled up from Ernest Hemingway. Today is only one day in all the days that will ever be. But what will happen in all the other days that ever come can depend on what you do today. Thank you, Ernest Hemingway. What is it that you need to do to make more money? Do it. Schedule it. Have your advice and help from your mentor, and then do it. Be the person that does it. Like the little engine who says, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. I think today I can, with positive energy, make a difference in the world. Being enthusiastic, smiling, and moving forward with my plans. I look forward to seeing you on the other side.